Hey YouTube, Colorado Prepper coming at you from the backyard. This is another tarp shelter video. I just want to get into a few things before I get into the video. I break a lot of so-called rules in terms of doomsday prepping. My bug out route, my bug out plans are lone wolf plans. I don't have plans to bug out with anybody at all. The reason for this is just that everybody in this house, well, first of all, nobody in this house has any gear to bug out with. And second of all, everybody in this house is not fit to keep up. Most of them are broken down old men. They are not fit to keep up with me. Even the younger guy, one of the younger guys, he's not very fit. He's thin, but he's not strong. And he doesn't have any gear anyhow. If he put a bunch of gear on his back, he could not keep up. So I'm a lone wolf, I admit it. There's no one with whom I can join forces. There really isn't. Anybody whom I should join forces with would be a liability rather than an asset. Another mouth to feed, one person slowing me down, another person keeping me from my potential by taking breaks every 10 minutes, you know. Nobody in this house is fit to keep up. So I'm a lone wolf in terms of my bug out plans. My in-home preps are to share, but my bug out plans are lone wolf plans. The other so-called rule I break is I have a bug out direction. I don't have a bug out location. If you ever saw the movie or read the book, The Road, they are going in a certain direction, but they're moving. You've got to move along in order to find something. You know, they find some apple trees here. They find a soda in a machine here. They find some cans of food here. They're moving along. If you stay in your so-called bug out location and just stay there, you're not going to find anything. Who knows what you'll find? You could find a big old pile of black ants. You could find a field of dandelions. Dandelions are edible, the flower and the leaf. You could find all kinds of things. You could come across a snake and be able to kill it. You can come across all kinds of things if you're moving. And you don't come across anything if you're just staying in the same location all day long. You're obviously not going to find anything that way. So I've got a bug out direction, not a bug out location. Even if I were to establish a bug out location, I would not want to stay there. I would want to move around. My bug out route takes me, I've mapped it out, takes me along a creek into the Rocky Mountains. The creek goes due west from where I access it. I go along a creek into the Rocky Mountains. There is a road by the creek that parallels the creek. In case the way should become impassable, I can use the road. I may use the road the whole time. I don't know. I'll see how much traffic there is on it. But I've got a bug out direction, not a bug out location. So I break some rules, but there's good reason to. One of these days I want to make a dry run on my bug out route and just bug out even though there's no SHTF. Just camp out for a couple of nights. The thing is, I got to get permission from the owner of this house, and he's not too pleased with me about taking my meds. So I've got to get permission. I've got to get my meds packed. That's a problem because the owner of this house is not too pleased with me in terms of what I've been doing with my meds. But you know, one of these days I want to make a dry run on my bug out route for a couple of nights. Anyway, this is my tarp shelter. I just made, you need a horizontal bar or plank to do this shelter. I've got 3 lengths of paracord tying it up to this plank. A lot of times in the mountains there's campsites with something like this. Something like this. That would work. This one is just a little too low to the ground to use it here. But a lot of places on campsites in the mountains, there are things like this, picnic table. It'd be a little bit difficult to find a horizontal like this. Most of the standing wood in the mountains is vertical. But you can find it here and there. Anyway, this is my shelter. Now, if it snows on this shelter, it is lifted off of me. The snow will tend to run down the tarp, but the snow will be lifted off of me, which is an advantage to the flat shelter I did before. The flat shelter, you just get buried. With this shelter, if it snows, the snow is lifted off from me. So this can take a moderate snow. Same goes for rain. I will not get very wet in this shelter in the rain. The rain will just run down the length of the tarp. I'll show you what's in here. See what this looks like in here. You see, there's my my wool blanket, my sleeping mat, my wool blanket. You can see what that looks like in there. This ought to be very warm. The tarp should trap a lot of heat. It ought to be very, very warm. Anyway, what you need is a horizontal bar or plank, 3 lengths of paracord to affix it. And over here, it's pulled taut with a water bottle there, a water bottle at that far corner. I've also got tent pegs stuck in these end corners. So that's all you need: bedding, tarp, cord, and some things to keep it taut. Anyway, this is my tarp shelter. A little more complicated than the other ones, but better in terms of the weather it can withstand. It can withstand a moderate rain or moderate snow. The other ones can only withstand a light rain or light snow. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my video. Peace out.